I want to talk about this.
Not this building per se, but what was here before our cherished Tetris-influenced water filtration plant was built here in 1958. Now, 64 years might seem like a long time for most of Pointe-Claire and the West Island, but we're in the village now. Woot, woot. 30 years before Pointe-Claire was established as a village, when it was just a group of homes and a church, in 1824, Dr. Mount bought a 4-acre plot of land and on that built an 18-room stone house. The man was obviously rich, and this was probably just his summer residence by the lake. If you look at a map at the area of the time, there's no doubt that this was probably the most majestic plot of land in the entire village. But in 1852, Dr. Mount sold the property to the St. Joachim Church because they had all the money at the time, and turned it into a boys' school. Then between 1862 and the 1870s at some point, the house became a private residence once again. It was bought by a very prominent figure in Pointe-Claire's history. His name was William McKinnon, and he became Pointe-Claire's very first mayor in 1854. Though Mayor McKinnon passed away not too long after the purchase of this home, referred to by the family as Willowbank, it became the McKinnon's hotspot for hosting family events and recreation with friends. In an article from October 18, 1886, George McKinnon, son of William McKinnon, brought fellow members of the Montreal Hunt Club to Willowbank so that they could enjoy, as they said, the best hunting country on the island. After arriving at Pointe-Claire train station, they went straight to the Willowbank, where Urilla, George's younger sister, had prepared a nice breakfast for them before they went out on a nice little hunting spree, and then a nice lunch before returning back to the city that same day. And that was worthy of an article in the Gazette. By 1887, the McKinnon family decided to put the Willowbank up for sale, with all its splendid beauty on display in fine print. Built of cut stone, multi-seasonal, fine dry cellars, and all the conveniences of a city dwelling. Stable and coach house and ice house, room for a possible tennis court, a wharf, boat and bakehouse, and 30 minutes to the city by train, and just over an hour by car, probably horse and buggy I'd imagine. And most importantly, a fine avenue of willows from high road to house.
And there's a willow tree still here. That must be why they called it the Willow Bank.
They thought new buyers would flock to this property, but alas, nothing. With the house still under the ownership of the McKinnon family, in 1890, at the age of 31, Urilla passed away, followed by George passing away at the Willowbank in 1894 at the age of 38, turning the Willowbank into Orphan Annie. In 1901, new agents were brought in, and they put sale ads in the Gazette at nauseam, nearly every week. They even tried renting it. Finally, in 1918, it was sold to a young entrepreneur, Miss Mary Priest. She took over Willowbank and turned it into an official inn. This was great news because now the public could enjoy the splendor that only private family and friends could enjoy for so many years. And young Catholic boys. Joining the likes of other high-end hotels on the lakeshore, such as the Maples Inn and the Chateau St. Louis in Valois. And Miss Priest saw the opportunity and finally put in those tennis courts. Not 1, 3, advertising itself in the summer resort section of the Gazette for particular people to come for high tea and dancing. The only downer in this story is that Miss Priest bought the land at the end of what I call the golden age of Pointe-Claire, which ends as a result of the stock market crash in 1929. The last advertisement for the Willow Bank Inn was published in the Gazette June 6, 1928. The building was deemed unsafe and torn down in 1930.
The building was gone, but the grounds remained. So what was to become with this 4-acre plot of land?